y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. I'm excited, y'all, because I found me a really good show. Actually, I didn't find it. One of my subscribers found it, okay? And I want to thank her because, girl, this is good stuff, okay? Now, this is called Love is Blind. And Love is Blind has kind of the concept of Married at First Sight, but not quietly. Okay, so what happens is, they take a group of women and they take a group of men and they put them essentially in the same vicinity. No, not vicinity. They put them in the same, I want to say like maybe building or something. I don't know. And what happens is they set up these pod rooms, okay? And these pod rooms are how they're going to date. Now, they don't get to go into the pod rooms together. No. There's a pod room here, a pod room here, and a door in between each pod rooms. And this is how they are going to date. They're only gonna be able to talk to each other through a door. Cool, right? So they don't get to actually see each other. So they don't know what this person looks like. They don't know how tall or short they are. They don't know if they're black or white or Asian or Hispanic or anything. I guess probably maybe other than from the way they talk, because we all know we all talk, different races talk different. So, or our tones of voice are different too. So other than those things, they won't really know anything about the person that they're getting to know. They're literally falling in love with the person based on who they really are and what that person is willing to share with them. So at this process, they have to get deep into getting to know each other, find out each other's vulnerabilities, get to know what each other's background is about, and fall in love. And if they fall in love within the first, I think it's 2 weeks, they have to propose. Now, once they propose to each other, they get to say yes or no. Now, if they say yes, then they get to meet each other in another proposal. So let me break it down so it's easier to understand. They propose to the guy will propose to the girl through the pods. Okay, and the girl will say yes or no. If she says yes, then they will meet each other. And once they meet each other, the guy proposes again and the girl gets to say yes or no. So it's kind of like saying, yes, I love you, I want to marry you emotionally. And then, yes, I love you and I want to marry you not only emotionally, but physically. Because you have to meet the person. So you have this second chance to say, nah, not what I thought it was. Essentially, like, that's pretty much what I think the two proposals are for. I don't know, but that's what I think they're for. So they put these two groups of people in the house, and y'all, it's a lot of women and it's a lot of men. And essentially, at the end of the actual dating process, we only get 6 couples. So that means maybe around like I'ma say 5, maybe 3 or 4 sets of men and women didn't find love, apparently, because everyone that we actually watched on the first couple episodes in the speed dating round didn't get married. Okay, so I'm going to try to, I got to figure out, I'm trying, y'all. I'm going to try to put these couples together for y'all so that you understand. Because it's a lot, and it's a lot going on in the first episode alone. All right, so here we go. Right from the back, when they all start going dating into the pods, because they didn't give them any time. After they explained what the process was, they went straight to the pods. Right from the back, Jessica and Mark hit it off, okay? Now, the only problem that's gonna occur between Jessica and Mark at this point is that Jessica is 37 and Mark is 24. Because their age difference is such a big deal for Jessica, this may be a problem moving forward. Jessica states that she always dates older guys, okay? She really doesn't want to date a younger man, and already she falls for a younger man, and this is the first day, and she already is like, oh my God, I like this guy. So maybe it's not always about the age, you know? Maybe that's why she can't find the one, because she's so busy trying to date people 5 or 6 years older than her, looking for grandpas, okay? But anyway, so Cameron and Lauren, Now, Cameron and Lauren, I mean, they fall in love, okay? They don't like, this not play love. This is like they started talking. They hit it off right from the bat. By the second day, they was in there like, Lauren was like, I think I love you. And he was like, I love you. Like, she was like, I think. And he was like, no, F that. I love you. Okay. He then decides that he wants to propose to her. And like, I think on day 3 or something like that, he goes in there and he proposes to her through a door. Okay. He says, I want to marry you. And she says, yes. Pretty much overall, that's what happened. Literally, they got proposed, they got engaged in like 3 days. It was that deep. Now, the thing between Lauren and Cameron is that Lauren's black and Cameron's white. And Lauren has never dated anyone outside of her race. Now, Cameron has, and I could kind of guess he probably has because Lauren's voice sounds like a woman of color. I'm just saying, she sounds like a woman of color. And I think he kind of can hear that. I don't really know if she knew he was white. But ultimately, they are in love, okay? And she's never dated one outside of her race, so this is something completely new for her, but she doesn't know that yet because they didn't actually meet each other. They just fell in love with each other through the doors, okay? In 3 days. Yeah, it's real fast. All right, y'all. So let's go back to Jessica and Mark. Jessica and Mark hit it off, okay? Now, I'm gonna try to do this like, I don't know, just follow me. So Jessica and Mark hits it off. But Jessica also hits it off with Burnett. And Burnett also hits it off with Jessica, Amber, and Elsie. Okay, so the whole time, Mark knows from the rip, okay? He knows from the beginning that Jessica is going to be his girl, okay? There is no questions about it. He don't want to talk to nobody else. He don't want to date nobody else. It's Jessica for him. Okay, so he asks Jessica, like, would you marry me if I asked you to marry me? And Jessica's like, of course I would. Of course, like, everything's going fine until she goes talk to Burnett. Now, she talks to Burnett and she's, like, falling in love with Burnett. And Burnett's a little bit upset because he hears Mark talking about Jessica and how he's, like, she's the one for him and they're going to be together. And Burnett is like, I thought we had something. Like, I'm confused. Are you telling everybody the same stuff? So he's like upset with her, and she's like, don't try to switch it on me. Like, the other girls are talking about you, Amber and Elsie, and everyone's saying that you know, talking about you. And so don't make it seem like it's just me. And he was like, but you're my number one person in the house. But mind you, this is all happening through a door, y'all. They having this conversation through a door. And she goes, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? So basically he says, he's like, I see myself marrying you. Like, I just see myself marrying you. So she makes a conscious decision to go talk to Mark and break it off with Mark. And Mark is devastated, okay? He is pissed off because he already was like, I asked you this, you told me this, you said this, we was going to be together, this, that, and the other. Now you're breaking it off, and he's upset. And I don't blame him for being upset. Like, he asked you, would you marry him? You said, yeah. And now all of a sudden, you tell him no, and you're going to marry Burnett or think you're going to marry Burnett. It's a mess. Now, the whole time, Burnett is talking to Amber. And he then realized that he's not sure who he really likes. He doesn't know if he really likes Amber. He doesn't know if he really likes Elsie. He doesn't really know if he likes Jessica. All he knows is that they all bring something to the table. He just doesn't know who he's ready to commit to or marry at this moment or even get engaged to. So essentially, when he tells Jessica this, she has a fit. She's like, what do you mean? I already broke up with Mark. I already ended it. And you mean to tell me that you're not sure? You don't feel the same way you did yesterday? And he was like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot to take. And she was like, I done did this. You're playing games. I should have known men like you. And this, that, and the other. She's pissed off. And she was like, I'm done. She leaves. And she goes back to tell the girls. Now, Amber is low-key excited. Like, okay, good. One more girl I ain't got to worry about. Okay? Amber is not, she's like, good, because that's my man. And I know that's my man. That's going to be my man. And there's nothing more, and no one can say about it. Like, it's going to be us, no matter what. She knows this. She feels this in her heart. And that was just confirmation, because now she like, oh, I ain't even got to worry about her no more. So Jessica then goes back running to Mark. And she's telling Mark how she's sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. You hear me, baby? I mean, we both going through, a whirlwind of emotions and stuff like that. But I know you're the one, and I'm sorry, and blah, blah, blah. Like, she is going through it. And he's over there like, well, my mom did tell me if you let something go and it comes back, then it's meant to be. I was like, look at this desperate, never mind. He really, really wants Jessica. And he essentially takes Jessica back, even though he says he knows his worth. He takes her back, and then I think the next day he proposes to her. She breaks down crying. She says yes through a door, and everything is like good. Now, Jessica and Mark are together, okay? So now we have Jessica and Mark. Now, mind you, the problem that's going to arise between Jessica and Mark is that Jessica is 37 and Mark is 24. They are two total different age range, two total different age groups and everything. Like, there's going to be, I wouldn't say it could be a problem, but I think it's going to be more of a problem for Jessica because she's 37. She already says she likes older men. So I don't know why she would put herself in this position. But we're here. Okay. So now let's go to the second proposals. Now that we know that Lauren and Cameron and Jessica and Mark. So when Lauren and Cameron, the doors open for them to actually see each other. They run to each other. Well, not really run, but they walk up to each other. They hug each other. They kissed each other. And it's beautiful. Like, you could tell they really enjoyed meeting each other and they were what they expected, even though they probably weren't what they expected. But the only concerns that Lauren has now is that because she's never dated a white man, she's not sure how vocal, because she's very vocal in the Black community about, being proud to be Black and speaking up for, Black rights and things like that. And she doesn't know how he's going to respond to that. And then she also doesn't know how other people are going to respond to the fact that she chose a white man because she's never dated anyone outside of her race, and she don't know if they're going to accept him. But him, on the other hand, he's dated Black women before. He's been in interracial relationships. He's more concerned that he hopes that she can handle it because he knows what it's like being in an interracial relationship. So other than those things that they're worried about, they're happy with each other, and that's great. Now, when Mark meets Jessica is pretty. They meet each other and they, she's like, he's not what I thought he would be, but I love him and everything's great. And he asks her to propose. He proposes to her and she says yes and everything's fun, right? You would think that it's so great because, like, wow, she really likes him and he really likes her. That's what she says. She says she really likes him. But later on in the season, we're going to find out that she says she's not really attracted to him. But in this episode, she's attracted to him. She doesn't care about the age. She doesn't care about anything because she's so head over heels in love. And she says, yes, she'll marry him. And they go off to get married. So now we get back into the house and we have Burnett, who still has to choose between Amber and LC now. He has to figure out who he wants to marry, who is going to be the girl for him. And Amber and LC are not even really talking because they both know that they're in competition with each other when it comes to Burnett. And they both kind of feel like they have it in the bag. So they like, it is what it is. Like, I know I got this. I'll be surprised if he don't pick me. That's what, LC says. And Lauren's like, that's my man. I know that's my man. Like, I ain't worried about none of that. That's my man. I was like, okay, girl, we know that's your man. All right. So then we have Diamond and Carlton. Now, Diamond and Carlton hit it off from the beginning. Diamond is her real name, and Carmen. Now, Diamond is an exotic dancer or a professional dancer. I'm not really sure if she's exotic or professional. Not sure what range we talking, stripper or like background dancer, you know. I'm not sure. But her name is Diamond and his name is Carlton. And Carlton, we come to find out, is struggling with I wouldn't say he's struggling with his sexuality, because he's clear what he is, and he actually is kind of bisexual. He likes men and he likes women, and he says that he just loves who he loves. He loves the heart of a person. He doesn't have he doesn't prefer one or the other. It's whoever he loves and falls in love with, and that's what it is. And he wants a wife, and this is why he came and found him a wife. The problem is that he didn't disclose to Diamond at all anything about him actually dating men or having sexual intercourse with men. Now, for me, I know that could be a red flag for a lot of women. It probably would be one for me, because that's just not my thing. I'm not going to say I don't like, but I won't date or, go into a relationship with a bisexual man, because that's not my preference. Now, I don't know how Diamond feels about that, but she doesn't know either, because he did not bring it up to her yet. He did not explain. He did not, tell her that he's bisexual. And he proposes to her. And when he proposes to her, she says yes. And they are going to meet each other, and they're going to be, happy. And they're going to get to go on and, learn more about each other and grow physical attraction. My only concern with this is that the fact that she is in the dark about his sexuality. It's kind of like you had all this time to get to know each other, and he didn't think that this would be a big concern or topic to bring up, or even try to test the waters to see how she feels about it. That was very odd to me, because I'm like, I wouldn't want to, think I'm finding the man of my dreams, and come to find out after we get married and somebody brings to my attention that he used to date guys, I'd be highly upset. I think he needs to let her know before he even proposed to her. I think that was very selfish of him. Okay, so now we have two more couples who got proposed to, and their names are Kenny and Kelly. Nothing really major happened between Kenny and Kelly for me to sit there and break down their background stories. But yeah, they got, he proposed to her and she said yes. So now they are going to meet each other, for the first time. Also, Damien and Giovanni, they meet each other. He proposes to her. Now, the only thing about her and him, I would say, is that she self-sabotages herself, she says. And she says that, when anything's too good, she tends to, pull away from it and back away from it. And when he proposed to her, which I thought was, very sweet, he said all the right things and everything was perfect, she didn't answer right away. She was like, so I consider myself your equal, and I'm just as strong as you. And she got down on one knee and decided that she was going to propose to him. And he was like, oh my God, I almost had a heart attack, because I didn't know what she was going to say. And she was like, I wanted to surprise you. And I think that was not, okay, cute, but not cute. I'm not into the whole proposing to a man's thing. But in that little scene, it was cute. It was cute only because he proposed first. Okay, so in that case, it's cool because he proposed first and she just wanted to say, hey, I want to marry you too. So I'm going to ask you, do you want to marry me as well? I think it's cool. I mean, I'm glad that she didn't propose first, because I'm not into the business of proposing first to nobody. So overall, it was cute. So those two couples did propose to each other, did eventually meet each other. They both said yes, and they're happy with each other, and everything is good between those two couples. Now we're going to get back to Carlton and Diamond, who are ready to meet each other. And when they meet each other, they're instantly attracted to each other. They hug each other, they embrace each other, and he said he knows she's the one for him, and everything's great. They're good, right? So now we have to go back and we have to figure out what's going on with Burnett. Does Burnett want Amber or does Burnett want Elsie? Okay. Now, he did say that he almost didn't choose. Like, I guess he just was like not sure. But he essentially goes and talks to Elsie, and he explains to Elsie, like, you're not the one. I like you. I feel we had a chemistry and everything, but you're just not the one. And she is like, I don't understand. Like, why am I never enough for anyone? Why doesn't anybody ever choose me? And I feel bad for her. And it's like, dang, she felt like she wasn't even good enough for someone to choose her through a door. That's heartbreaking, especially when she had all these feelings invested in him. And she was like, it's effed up, because I guess she felt like he led her on. And I could see it. Like, he did the same thing to Jessica. He was playing games. And she potentially missed out on someone else that was in that house that she could have been given all that time to. So then he goes to meet Amber, and he explains to Amber that she is the one he wants to, and get engaged to and get to know and marry. So now they actually get to meet each other, and he proposes to her, and she's beautiful to him, and he's super hot to her. She was like, did y'all know he looked like that all this time? Like, her female instincts was on point with Burnett. She always said that was gonna be her man. That's her man. That's her man. And when she saw her man, she was like, oh, I knew it. Yes, that perfect. That's the perfect man I got. She put the ring on his finger first, because she was like, I'm not giving you an opportunity to change your mind. I was like, she is not playing. Don't nobody mess with Burnett, because Amber might fight you. But anyway, now that these couples are engaged, they are now going to go on a vacation to Cancun, Mexico, to get to know each other a little bit better physically. And then they go back home, they meet each other's families, and then they have, I think they have like 4 weeks after the leaving Mexico to get married. So they have to plan a wedding and actually have a wedding day and then say I do to being married. That's my first recap of this, y'all. It's gonna be another part. I'm gonna do another part for the next couple of episodes, because I binge watched the whole thing, but it's too much to cram in one video. And the next video is gonna be crazy, because the next couple of episodes, it gets real, y'all. It gets real. So if you watch Love is Blind, let me know what you think about it. If you didn't watch Love is Blind, go watch it so we can talk about it, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys. Peace.